I hadn't talked to her in a while because she was mentally sick, and she was up and down. So I hadn't talked to her, and I found out she died. So.
Did anything like ever happen to you, like any type of sexual assault, any trauma, anything like that?
Yes.
What age did that happen?
I was 4 when it first happened, and it was my mom.
What? 3 years of it. What was it that made you decide that's the last straw? I'm out of here.
Because he put a gun on me and cocked it like he was gonna shoot me.
Yeesh. What was that argument about?
He accused me of cheating on him.
So you came here to dance?
Yes.
What's your response? People's gonna say, well, 39, you're extra retired at this point for a stripper.
What?
Yeah, what's your response to that?
It happened 3 times.
3 times? And you say you never told anybody?
No, this is the first time I told somebody.
This is the first time you've ever told anybody?
Yeah.
What was it that happened 6 months ago that caused you to become homeless?
I left my husband.
You left your husband?
Yes.
Okay. Why? What's up, YouTube? Man, shout out to everybody that shows love out here. I appreciate y'all. That keeps me charged up. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I've been napping most of the day. So tired. Anyway, all right, so are you homeless?
Yes.
Okay, and so how old are you?
39.
39? Oh, you look great. And so how long have you been homeless?
For about 6 months.
6 months? What was it that happened 6 months ago that caused you to become homeless?
I left my husband.
You left your husband?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Because he was abusive.
Okay, so how long had y'all been together?
Probably about 4 years.
4 years? Was he around the same age as you?
He's 7 years older than me.
7 years old? Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all was together for 4 years. How long had the abuse been going on?
For about 3 years.
About 3 years?
Yeah. First year was okay.
First year was decent, good times, honeymoon period.
Yeah.
I know how that is. All right, and so you know, if I asked him, like, what would he say? Like, what would be the reason why he was being abusive towards you?
Oh man, he was just very controlling. He judged what I wore, made me like not wear certain clothes.
He used to wear like, I guess, like kind of provocative stuff, things like that.
No, I didn't, but he just made sure that I never showed any kind of skin.
So he didn't want you to show no type of skin?
So when I was with him, I only wore t-shirts, jeans, tennis shoes, and hats all the time.
Okay, like you're on a mission or something, you know, a spy mission.
Yeah, I was never allowed to show any skin or wear any dresses and stuff like that.
Okay. All right, and so what was it that, you know, after 3 years of it, what was it that made you decide that's the last straw? I'm out of here.
Because he put a gun on me and cocked it like he was gonna shoot me.
Yeesh. What was that argument about?
He accused me of cheating on him.
Was that like a common theme? He thought you used to cheat a lot?
He used to accuse me of cheating on him, and I was never doing anything.
Why did he think that you was cheating?
I think that he was really insecure. I was managing at a Burger King, and sometimes people would come to the drive-thru and give me their number and stuff like that to go do other jobs. And he
like what kind of other jobs?
I was offered a management position at a restaurant, and this guy, the people in the store was giving him really bad service, and I was the only one that was really nice to him. So he, older white guy, Italian guy, he owned a bunch of restaurants, and he told me that me and my husband could have an opportunity because my husband was a chef, and so I took the number home, but he accused me of cheating on him. So then he pulled a gun on me, and that was on a Saturday, and he was cussing me out. He pulled a gun on me, he choked me out. He broke my collarbone, and I just secretly.
He broke your collarbone? You say this?
It was cracked. It's cracked.
Okay, you say 6 months ago, right?
Yeah. 7 months ago.
6, 7 months ago. Okay, and so what happened? So did you leave like that same day, or you left like?
No, I had just got paid on that Thursday, so I had a little bit of money in my account, and so I bought a ticket, and I was gonna go just away from him. So I bought the ticket on Saturday, and then my ticket
To where?
Florida.
Florida. And where were you guys?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay. All right.
So I left them on a Tuesday morning, and I had to pretend like I was going to work, and I drove to the Greyhound station.
Wow. And just went to Florida.
Yep.
Wow. What part of Florida?
I was going to Key West, but I ended up in Miami.
Miami. Shout out that 305. Shout out that Dade County. Yes, sir. All right. So your husband didn't know that you had left. You basically fled. You fled. Okay.
He didn't find out until he woke up to go to work that night at 7, and I wasn't home. I didn't bring the car home because I was supposed to bring the car home.
So he can go to do
so he can go to work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But when he woke up and I wasn't around.
Have y'all spoken since then?
No.
Wow. Okay.
I completely cut all contact.
Okay. So I met you here with a guy, right? So you're here with this guy. How long ago did you meet this guy?
7 months ago.
7 months ago? Was that in North Carolina or in Florida?
Florida.
In Florida?
Yeah. He scooped me up right away.
So basically, as soon as you fled from your husband, you ran into this guy?
Kind of like that. He was DJing he was at work, and I was there. I was just there hanging out.
He DJs?
Yes.
Okay, where's he DJ at?
He was DJing at a couple strip clubs out there. I don't want to name.
Yeah, you have to name him, but so he's a strip club DJ.
Yes.
Okay. All right, shout out.
I wasn't dancing.
Shout out Atlanta,
at
man.
the time.
Okay, wait. You say you wasn't dancing at the time?
At the time, I was a retired dancer. I had retired for 5 years, but I was dancing for 15 years before then.
Okay, so you're a dancer. You're a stripper, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait. Okay, your husband up in North Carolina. Were y'all legally married?
Yes.
Okay. So did he meet you like in the club?
No.
Okay, but did he know that that's what you was doing? Like that's what you used to do?
No. When I met him, I was.
You were retired already?
Yeah, I was already retired.
Okay. I just wanted to know because sometimes people who meet, strippers, and then they want them to change afterwards,
Yeah.
So okay. So wasn't that situation?
Yeah, no, I had already put my heels down a long time ago.
Okay.
And went back into customer service.
I get it. Do you have any kids?
I do have 3 children.
3? How old?
22, 19, and 17.
Okay, 22, 19, 17. Same dad or different dads?
They have the same dad.
Okay. So that sounds like that was like a long-term relationship back in the day type deal.
It was a high school sweetheart.
High school sweetheart. Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like it bled into adulthood and everything else.
Yeah.
What age did that relationship dissolve?
When I was 24.
24?
I
What was
left
it that
him.
made that relationship break
He
up?
was abusive.
Okay, so kind of, do you think you're choosing like similar guys or whatever like that?
I think I was attracting the same guys because that's what I was projecting out, I believe.
Okay. So we know that, the 22-year-old is an adult, but as far as the other two, who do they live with?
My 19-year-old is in college. She lives with her boyfriend, and my 17-year-old still lives with his dad. He's about to graduate in May, so he'll probably be moving out. As soon as they graduate, he kicks them out.
Okay, so basically, it sounds like the dad raised them after you guys split?
I raised them for about 5 years, and then he came and took them. He took them from me, and then he put me on child support.
You say he took them from you?
Yes.
How?
He came to North Carolina because that's where I went when I first left my baby daddy.
Where were you at? What state was y'all in when you left him?
When I left him, Texas.
Texas, okay. And so he came to North Carolina, got his kids, and
took the kids while I was at work.
Okay. What did the kids think about that?
Well, my oldest was about 10 years old, and my daughter was about 8, and then the youngest one was about 6. They were real young at the time. I think that my oldest one was devastated.
Okay. During that time, did you get to see them a lot or not a whole lot?
Yeah. So once the courts and everything, once all that stuff went through and he put me on child support, I started, they would come to the airport and I would go get them, and they stay with me during the summertime, and then like during the year I would go up there. So yeah, I got to see
you would
them
visit
often.
and stuff like that. Okay. Are you like caught up on your child support and everything, or are you kind of in arrears?
I'm in arrears.
Okay, I know how child support can be, so
Oh yeah,
man.
I'm in arrears, honey.
Okay, I get it. Okay. All right, so kids, and so you're still legally married, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. And so you and your husband hasn't spoken, so he doesn't know that you got like a new boo and anything like that.
I don't know what he knows. I haven't spoke to him at all.
Okay. Because if he finds that out, is that gonna like validate his fears that you was like cheating or whatever? Like, is he gonna think like, oh, look how fast she moved on. She was definitely doing something.
I really don't care.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't cheating. I never cheated on him. I've never been a cheating type of person. I was always a one-man woman.
So he had no reason to feel that way. Like you had never cheated, nothing like that.
No, never.
Okay. I get it.
He was cheating on me.
Well, oftentimes the person that's cheating, is insecure about the other person cheating. So
yeah,
it's a telltale sign, really. If someone is blaming you for cheating all the time, that's a huge red flag.
I knew I wasn't doing anything wrong at all. I was very loyal.
Okay. So let's just start from the beginning. So where are you from?
I'm from Ohio.
You from Ohio? Where in Ohio?
Warren.
Hey, man, shout out that Warren, Ohio, man. Shout out the whole state, man. I got a lot of ties to Ohio. And shout out our boy Josiah up there in Columbus. He's a popular guy on this channel, Josiah. So shout out to him, man. All right, so growing up in Ohio, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
No.
Okay, who'd you grow up with?
My grandmother raised me sometimes. Sometimes it would be back and forth with my mom. My dad was around until I was about 14. So yeah, it was with my grandmother, but she worked a lot, so I was always with
kind of shifting around, just kind of.
Yeah, I was everywhere.
Okay, you say your dad was around until 14. What was to happen? Did anything specifically happen at 14?
My grandmother was moving us down to Texas to better our lives because where we were was a lot of crime, a lot of crack, a lot of crackheads.
Mm-hmm.
So she was moving us to Texas for better opportunities. And before we were leaving, she was trying to put my dad on child support, and he sent his brother down to the office to do the test.
Right.
And so it came out saying that he wasn't my dad, but I know he's my dad.
Oh, wow.
So he pretty much disowned me when I turned 14.
Have y'all spoken since then?
Yeah, on and off throughout the years. I spoke to him at the beginning of this year, in which he told me that he's not my dad and I need to find out who my dad is. So he still doesn't want anything to do with me.
How does that make you feel?
Not. I need my dad.
What does your mom think about that? What does she have to say about that?
My mom died.
I'm sorry.
She died a couple years ago. And I found out when I was in Vegas with my husband. And I cremated her about 2 years ago.
Did you guys have an estranged relationship at that point in your life?
I hadn't talked to her in a while because she was mentally sick. And she was up and down. So I hadn't talked to her. And I found out she died, so.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
Sorry.
Yeah, definitely my condolences. Ooh. Because did she offer any clarity on that while she was alive? Like, did she offer any clarity on whether there was any possibility that the guy wasn't your dad?
She told me that was my dad, and she was very sure that he was my dad. The reason why he was disowning me was because he didn't want to pay child support.
Right. And because like this, as far as his brother going up there, how did you come to find out? Like, how did you learn about that story?
Okay, so I have a brother. My mom and my brother's mom was pregnant at the same time. So we have the same dad.
Right.
And me and him, we used to be real close, and we used to talk on the phone a lot. And he was mad at my dad, and so he confessed to me that that's what he heard when we was 14 years old. He heard my dad, overheard my dad talking about it. And so he was like, I gotta tell you something. And I'm like, what's up? He was like, dad is your dad, but he didn't want to pay child support. So he sent uncle up there, and that's why the paper said that he's not your dad. But everybody knows he's my dad. I look like him. I look just like him. So that's how I found out, because my brother got mad at my dad, and he turned on my dad and told me the secret. Oof.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and ask, right? Growing up, Did anything like ever happen to you? Like any type of sexual assault, any trauma, anything like that?
Yes.
What age did that happen?
I was 4 when it first happened, and it was my mom.
What?
Yeah, my mom when I was 4 years old.
What did she do?
I was asleep, and I woke up, and she was on top of me, and we were naked. She told me that she told me, I asked her what she was doing. She just told me that I better not ever say anything or she was gonna kill me. And then she tried to kill me when I was 6. She smothered me with a pillow while I was sleeping. Then I woke up and she was smothering me. So my mom was in and out of mental institutions. So.
Ooh. What was her diagnosis?
Bipolar epilepsy.
Ugh. Okay. You say that the first time it happened at 4, was it a one-time thing or was it ongoing?
That was the only time that happened with her.
With her, did it happen with other people?
Throughout my teenage years, people took advantage of me. One of my aunt's stepsons used to come into my room when I was like 15 or 16 years old, and I never told him.
He used to come into your room? Was it just like touching?
No, he made me have sex with him.
Oof. Was he like around the same age, or was he a lot older?
No, I was like 15, 16. He had to be like 25. Stuff like that. And it happened twice. Like 3 times it happened. And then...
You know, I'm curious because, again, we like to find out how these things happen, right? What did he say to you to, like, convince you to do that?
So what ended up happening is my aunt had went out of town, and he was supposed to be coming in and just check on us, check on the girls, because it was me and my sister and then my aunt and her daughter. And I had ran away and got caught up. I was having sex with my boyfriend in behind the school. Mm-hmm. Nobody knew I was sexually active, so once he found out that I was sexually active, then that's when he
kind of blackmailed. So did he find that out prior to coming and checking on y'all? So he already knew. So he kind of already had in his head like
I'm gonna get that because she's sexually active, so I want to get it too. And I could smell alcohol in his breath when he was doing it, and I did it. I don't know why. I didn't want him to me, so I just kind of like let him do it. Because I felt like he was going to try to me the first time.
And you say he did this twice?
It happened 3 times.
3 times? Mm-hmm. And you say you never told anybody?
No, this is the first time I told somebody.
This is the first time you've ever told anybody?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to think that I never told anybody about that. Did I tell? I might have told my sister or something like that years later, but nobody that could help me.
Is he still living?
Yeah, that I know of, and he lives in Texas.
Have you ever spoken with him since those incidents?
I actually never seen him after that 3rd time that he came over to check on us. I've never seen him again.
Wow. What do you think the response would have been had you told someone?
I don't think that my aunt would have gave a shit. Excuse my language.
No, you're good.
She wouldn't have cared. She would have been like, oh, that's what you get. You a hoe anyway type thing. You know what I'm saying? Because when I got caught messing around with my boyfriend behind the school, I got arrested.
You got arrested for that?
Yeah, I was 16. So they took me in and they found my aunt's number and she came and got me and she tore me up real bad.
Okay. So, all right, so we understand a little bit more about your upbringing, right? And so we get into our 20s, we're having kids, we're doing things. What made us decide to go to the club? Made us decide to go to the strip club?
Me and my baby daddy have been having our own place since right before I had my first kid. And I had my first kid exactly a week after I turned 18. Mm-hmm. We had our own place. We had our stuff together. I didn't start stripping until I was 21. And I started doing that because he wasn't providing for us like he needed to. We had 2 kids at the time, because I had my second kid when I turned 20. Wait, yeah, I was 21 when I had her, because I had turned.
Yes, 18 and then 21 years, 3 years apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
You say 22 and 19, so yeah, that works out.
Yep. So.
What part of Texas?
Austin.
Okay, I got back from Houston earlier this month. So and I actually interviewed a stripper who she just got done dancing, and her husband was like, I don't want you to go back and stuff like that. So anyway.
Yeah, me and my baby daddy at the time were like on a break because I had caught this girl in our house. And so
what?
He was cheating on me.
Okay.
And so I came from work. I worked 5 minutes walking from our house.
Right.
I caught him. I caught the girl in the house. I beat her up, beat him up, and put him out. But I still needed a babysitter for my kids, so I let him come over still. And nobody knew I was dancing for like maybe 6 months to a year. They thought I was waitressing, but I went and danced because one of my homegirls was dancing, and I used to see all that money she came home with. So I was like, what you doing?
Put me on.
With all this money. And then she sent me to this club, and I jumped head first.
Okay,
when
okay.
I was 21. And then I danced on and off until I was about 24. I had another kid, my 3rd kid, tied my tubes up so I could have no more. And then so it was just on and off. So I danced for 15 years, but it wasn't
right, full 15
years.
I get it.
Right. It was just on and off. It was just something I knew I could go to get fast money.
Yeah, if you needed some money. So, okay, so you guys are here in Atlanta. What made you decide to come here? Because I met you here. You got your stuff right there, which is a lot of stuff or whatever. What made you come here? Like, and y'all are coming here from Florida?
Yes.
Okay, and so
what made us come here was because me and him got evicted. Well, I wouldn't say evicted. We were living at his mom's house, and she's like on her deathbed. And so we had to get out of her house because when she dies, we can't live there. You know what I'm saying? So she's in her.
She doesn't own the house?
No, she was on Section 8 housing.
Okay.
And so we really weren't supposed to be there.
Right.
And so they kept trying to just get us out. So I was like, look, I just want to go to Atlanta because this girl that I was dancing with out there in Florida was telling me if I come to Atlanta and dance, go to Magic City and they're going to put me in there. But I made it too late this week, and so now I can't.
So wait, so you supposed to be dancing in Magic City?
Yes.
Okay.
But they're not taking any openings today. They only do it on Mondays, and I didn't make it here till today, so that's why I'm out here on the streets.
Wow. Okay. So you came here to dance?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what's your plan until Monday?
Well, we're trying to downsize our stuff now so that we can carry and so we can walk to another club and try to get hired.
What club is that?
It's called Candyland.
Candyland?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know where that? Let me see. Let me pull out my Googles real quick. Let me Google Candyland. I'm not a strip club aficionado, so let's see. Oh yeah, that's like 10 minutes. It's like 10 minutes. 10 minutes drive. So, and that's in traffic. So it's probably close enough. So they said that if you get up there, I mean, are you guaranteed to have a spot there or whatever?
No, I was supposed to be guaranteed a spot
at Magic City. Okay.
But they only take.
Did you talk to somebody up there? Okay.
Yeah, I talked to somebody up at Magic City this morning, and she told me that they don't do new people on.
Except on Monday. Right.
So she said the nearest club is Candyland. Go try there. So I don't know.
So they're like just try. It's basically just a try type deal.
Yeah.
Okay. A quick question, because I know people are gonna say this in the comments. What's your response? People's gonna say, well, 39, you're extra retired at this point for a stripper.
What?
Yeah. What's your response to that?
I've danced with 50-year-old women.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I got a homeboy that he goes to different strip clubs or whatever. I think there's like some strip clubs where you do have like some older you know, ladies and stuff like that. So there's a variety.
Yeah.
This is strip club city, you know what I'm saying? So there's plenty here. So I'm sure you'll find somewhere to be able to work at. So, all right, well, listen, we really appreciate you taking the time answering all of our questions. If anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
I have a Cash App.
What's your Cash App?
My Cash App is... God, I don't even know my freaking Cash App. It's a $.
Let's start with your IG or Facebook.
Okay, my Instagram is Sexy Ambitious World.
Sexy Ambitious World.
Sexy Ambitious
All spelled
World.
the regular way?
No, it's $.
For the S?
Yep.
Every S or just the first S?
Every S. So it's $EXI and then ampersand and then VICOU $, and then world.
Oh wow, that's different. Okay. All right. And so, okay. And what's your Cash App?
I think it's $PPJ84.
$PPJ84.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, listen, we really appreciate you, like I say, and we definitely wish you nothing but the best. All right.
Thank you.
Y'all make sure you have a good one. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so we just got over here, man. You know, I saw y'all walking around. On your way here, I figured I'd go ahead and give you a ride because it's gonna take you about 30 or 40 minutes to walk over here. So we're here, we're at, you know, Candyland. And so do you think that they're gonna hire you?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're pretty confident.
Yeah.
All right, do you think you'll be working tonight?
Yeah, possible. If not, then tomorrow.
Okay, man. Hey, man, listen, man, salute to y'all. Definitely, like I say, wish y'all nothing but the best, all right?
Thank you. We appreciate you.
All right, man. You have a good one, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right.